And a warm welcome to The Opinion, your favorite program on Malachi TV. The Opinion provides the platform for you to express your view without faults. It's your program, my program. I am Faith Adike, your host. Please join us after the break.
Every voice matters. Every opinion counts. Never think it's too late to share your opinion. Join the conversation now. Share your thoughts and views for a better society. The Opinion where voices meet. Don't miss the debate, don't miss the argument, and don't miss the issue. Share your voice, make it heard. Opinion improvement is but knowledge in the making. Remember, it is not the best that we should all think alike. It is a difference of opinion that makes horse races. The Opinion every Tuesday on Malachi TV promises to be more engaging and educating. Be our guest and let us dig it out together. Don't miss it.
Welcome back. In today's edition, my co-presenter Abiodun Sodiq, the anchor of our popular program Political Arena, also on Malachi TV, engaged the founder and the CEO of Peelinks Ekectroworld Limited, Peter Emeka Onojeme, to speak on building a successful business and impacting society. Stay tuned till the end.
Welcome again to Opinion on Malachi Television. I remain your host, Abiodun Sadiq is my name. And today we'll be having conversation on the business and how this individual has been able to build a great business that has made great impact in the society for him. And today I have with me Chief Peter Emeka Onojeme. Is the CEO MD of Peelinks Ekectroworld in Lokoja, and we would like to meet him. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. And please do more of introducing yourself better than I do, sir.
Basically, what you just said. My name is Peter Emeka Onojeme. I run Peelinks Ekectroworld Limited. I'm the MD CEO of Peelinks Ekectroworld Limited here in Lokoja, Kogi State.
All right, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, today you have built a world of business that has actually made global impact, because I can tell you people across the world knows about Peelinks. Many people have fly from abroad, come down to Nigeria to come and do business with you. Now, sir, my first question is, let's look at your career and success. What inspired you to what you have become today, the entrepreneur you have become today, sir?
First of all, I would say I came into entrepreneurship by accident. I didn't set out to become an entrepreneur, just like every other young lad growing up. I had my dreams, my visions, like every other young people of my age. I wanted to originally be a medical doctor. I was case senior. I was looking at being a medical officer because I was born and bred in the city of Kaduna. And you know Kaduna and the military presence. I was influenced by the number of uniformed personnel, especially armies, soldiers that I see on daily basis. I went to a secondary school called Sadena Memorial Secondary School, Kaduna. It's almost opposite. It's located opposite the Nigerian Defense Academy. So I had that opportunity to rub shoulders with military officers. So I actually wanted, I didn't know the medical doctor, I want to be a military officer. But to cut the long story short, something happened along the line. I found myself in business. So that's, I can say by accident I found myself in business.
Okay, so now, if you find yourself in business, you said it's by accident, and looking at your level of growth now, what can we say that is the pivotal moment of your business career? Like, you know, when we look at the main thing that has actually made you to stand out in your business.
Okay, I've always believed in giving my all in everything I do. I always want to give 150% in everything I do. I was having a conversation with somebody. I said, if fate had made me an Okada man, I would ride the best Okada in town. And you want to ride with me. My color is going to be, well spruced up. So it'll be a beautiful color, probably with sound system, music, and the whole thing to make it so attractive. So when I actually later found myself in this line of business, I gave everything. I immersed myself in the business, and I became the business. I eat, drink, dream the business. So it's all about investing your total self in the business. I think I did that especially at the early stage. I invested everything, all my energies, my resources, my thought process was immersed in this business. I wanted so much to make it a resounding success, and thank God we had comparative success.
I'm caught up with that. If it has made you an Okada person, you will have been
the
best, and they will have people want to
ride the best, one of the best.
Wow. But now, I really want you to because of a lot of young people are outside there, and some of them are still looking for how to actually figure out their lives, especially when they try this and it's not working, and you try that and they feel like it's not working. What's actually are those sacrifices that you made while in the early stage of building this business?
First of all, it's patience. People want results, early results. It doesn't work out that way. You might have your plans and your projections. It doesn't pan out that way. It mustn't pan out that way because you are not omnipotent. Everything has processes. If you find yourself in business and or any entrepreneurship endeavor, and the success you are waiting for is not coming the way you wanted, you still have to be patient. Like me personally, I underwent a learning process. We call it apprenticeship in my own palace. I'm from Anambra State. We call it Mwabo. For 8-9 years, close to 9 years, I underwent tutorials on this. Okay, I know people of this age will not be that patient. Until the age of 26, 27, I'm still learning under a master. Because I got to my master at the age of, I was still a teenager. But I had to be patient, okay? So after learning and I was settled, there is this word, settled, because if you study the Igbo apprenticeship system, which even the Westerners are calling one of the best business models in the whole world, it has incubated a lot of businesses. I'm a product of that. I'm a beneficiary of that system. You serve your boss for a certain length of time, and then he settles you according to your performances. So that's your performance is going to be your incentive to do well, to serve him very well. Because if when you serve him very well, he has no option but to settle you well. So I was settled very, very well. I was given everything I need to succeed, especially at the early stage. My boss gave me everything I need to succeed, and the rest is history. So I urge people, guys, young people who want to the line of entrepreneurship to imbibe that lesson in patience. Don't be in a hurry if you're not breaking even. Okay, keep on pushing relentlessly. There's this acronym I got, this cliche or acronym I got from somewhere: push until something happens. Just keep pushing, and especially don't jump from here to there. On your own, decide on what you want to do. Learn everything about what you want to do. Then keep on pushing. Certainly, God, humanity, the element will make something happen. Things will fall in place after that sometime.
Wow. That is amazing. Patience is one of the key things. He stayed on his game and he was patient. Alright, sir. There are a lot of businesses, your kind of business in the city of Lokoja. How have you been able to stay ahead of your curves?
Well, it's just intentional. Okay, it's simply intentional. Don't give in to complacency. I don't give in to complacency. I don't want to say I built this model. I want to rest on my hours and I've gotten to where I'm going to. This is still a project in progress.
A project in progress.
No, we've not gotten to where we are. We're just starting. Because comparatively, there are businesses, this same kind of businesses you compare us to. Somewhere in Nigeria, we're not doing, you can't even say we're doing well. So I look up to big businesses. Like I said, I do a lot of foreign travels. I see what they do. So I know about what best practices. We're still a long way off. So that's why we don't rest. We are relentless. We keep evolving. It's a daily thing, Thank God for the advent of the internet. You can see that with Google, you know what is happening in Singapore. You see, you can replicate it in the country. And basically, that's why we built this place. We had a smaller plaza, but at a point, it became too small for our dream, so had to get a bigger space. We have other bigger dreams, though we had our setbacks, but which we are putting behind us. But we had other, bigger dreams. So the most important thing, when you want to stay ahead of your game, keep evolving, keep reinventing. Don't say I'm going to where I'm going to. No, if you get to know what's happening beyond your environment, you're just trying, or possibly you're not even trying. So you need to keep better, be your competitor, don't compete with competitor, be your own competition. Be better than you yesterday. That's what we try to do. But we don't succeed all the time, we're human too, so we have our feelings too. So we try as much as possible for our wins to be higher than our feelings.
Wow. This is amazing. Don't be complacent. Keep moving and keep going and evolving. That's something for somebody to actually pick. All right, sir. Now let's look at your leadership and management, because in every organization, leadership is key and management is key. Now, what leadership principle do you live by, and how do you motivate your team for you to have gotten there? Because of course, one person cannot actually build an organization of this nature. How have you been able to do?
Well, this is where I can say we are not really, top notch. We're still operating the traditional type of businesses where I have to be 100% involved. I and my wife have to be involved. We're looking forward to a time where we devolve some of our powers to our subordinates who can do other things and allow people around the space without our physical presence. We've not gotten to that place because we're still, I can't say outdated, but we're still traditional about the way we run those businesses. That's why 99% of the time I'm here. It shouldn't be that way. I know about best practices. I know how my partners do them abroad. But as I don't visit their business in 1 month and things are running smoothly, I dream of getting to that level where it's like I keep telling people, this is still work in progress. We've not got to well, but in our own case, we personally, I get involved and I act as inspiration by my actions. Okay, my actions, they see what I do and people follow suit. My staff follow suit, and I do a lot of encouragement, incentives, verbal encouragement, then encouragement by actions, the way you do it, and they take after you. But when they see the boss doing this, they don't have options but to follow suit. So for now, physical presence, physical encouragement, physical example, what I am relying on.
Wow. This is something that you have cut out for yourself. Just like you said, it's still work in progress.
Yeah.
But do you think that this is what has actually made you, this particular leadership style, what has made you to be this big, especially in a city where people felt like a lot of people who are doing business felt like, oh, Lokoja is not a place for business to strive. A lot of people are moving out. Do you think that this is what really is a key principle of leadership that stands you out among others?
Yes, like I said, our model is a unique model that I studied and I saw this is the best fit for the kind of business I do. I think it's what accounted for the relative successes we've enjoyed over the years. And I want to debunk that fact that Lakota is not a good place for business. We have our challenges, and the challenges are almost continent-wide. Let me not talk about the developed society, the Western society, but most problems you face in business in Lakota, you face them in Conakry, in Guinea. You can face the same thing in Ethiopia, the same thing in South Africa, because this is Africa. it's almost like general, government policies, lack of infrastructures and stuff like that. So we face almost similar problems. But we have this thing about, especially this generation, everybody want to converge in the large cities. Everybody's heading to Abuja. Everybody's heading to Lagos. Everybody's heading to Port Harcourt. Nobody wants, especially people who are vetted here. Especially people who are from the States. They don't like staying back in the States. Not knowing that here is the gold mine. You might go to Abuja and struggle. You look at the big cities, the beautiful cities, but you are not part of the city. But you can, here is a virgin land. It's easier to push successful models and businesses, ideas in places like here. Because the competitions are not as fierce as it is in Lagos, in Abuja, and in Port Harcourt, in the big cities.
Okay. Let's dive into the economic state of the city that we are in. A lot of people have looked at the population as a deterrent to what is not making business, especially small-scale business, to strive in the city. Do you agree with this?
Totally no.
Okay.
Totally no. People want excuses. Drop the same set of people in Lagos, they will tell you Lagos is too crowded, too noisy, too chaotic. People who want to, for failing, or people want to bring up all sorts of excuses for not doing things right. It's even better to, like I keep saying, it's even easier to have that successes in places like those cities that are citing. Population is Kogi. I think I don't know the population of Kogi, but I know Lokoja should have a population of more than 300,000 people. That's good enough to push
almost 800,000
people. That's good enough to push any kind of enterprises. Even in go to China, the thriving places where you have the best factories are in suburban areas because things are cheaper. Labor is cheap, labor cost is cheaper. In villages, that's why we have factories. We have industrial parks, and in villages, suburban areas. The main cities, that's where you have your malls and showrooms. But in suburban areas, that's where people work better, invent and manufacture things. So we can't give that as an excuse. The population here can drive any kind of business, but people want certain kind of lives. I'm in Lokoja. I know the kind of reaction. I'm from Anambra State. When I tell people I'm in Kogi, the early days, they say, "What are you doing in Kogi?" Most of the people asking me, "What are you doing in Kogi?" Cannot be compared to what we are doing. They are still in Lagos in their little corner, doing whatever they are doing, which I wouldn't want to be doing at this point. So what's the essence of being in Lagos when we are not really part of that Lagos?
Hope you can connect to that discussion. Thank you, Abiodun, for this section with the founder of Peelinks Electronics World Limited. We will continue next week due to time factors. Please join us because the Peelinks CEO has so far motivated you. Please keep watching Malachi TV on YouTube daily. Subscribe if you have not and follow all our social media handles as displayed on the screen. I am Faith Adike. See you next week for another interesting package. Thank you. Goodbye for now.